Yo, what's up guys? Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're sitting down with Gary again. So I brought him on the channel a few months ago so he could talk to you guys about how he's a semi-truck investor. Basically, he has a bunch of semi-trucks that are out there driving, picking up miles, and making him money passively, which allows him to not have to sit in the truck and to focus on other businesses. When I posted that video, we didn't really know how it was gonna do, but it seemed like a lot of you guys liked it and you wanted a part two. Since then, I kind of sat down with Gary and he said he was going to come out with some sort of mini mentorship program where he's going to help a few of you guys and point you guys in the right direction so that you can actually go out there, get some trucks, and start making passive income. So, just want to say thank you for joining me on the channel. I'm excited to do a part two because this seems to be something that a lot of people want to do. Some people want to be an owner operator. Some people want to do, this part of the business. And we're going to talk about like what are the steps to actually have somebody do this. Obviously, we can't jump into every single step. So if you do want to know, the step-by-step formula to do this, I'll either leave his email right here on screen or I'll put it down in the description below or in the pinned comment. But, quick side topic, how would you compare, being a semi-truck investor to build and generate passive income compared to being like an owner operator where you're, could be getting some good routes, but you got to be driving the truck every day?
Being passive just allows me more freedom to do different things. I'm in real estate, I'm in sports management, so it allows me to do different things. So I value my time a lot more now that I'm older. So I just look for ways to do things passively, and trucking is one of them.
I got you. Now, for anybody that doesn't exactly know what we're talking about, just give them a brief understanding of, what this exactly is that we're talking about.
So this is truck investing to where you can purchase a truck either by leveraging your credit or your experience, whatever, and hiring a driver, negotiating a pay with a driver, and you leasing the trucks on with different companies.
Okay, cool. Now, basically give people like the breakdown. Like I know I said we can't, this video would probably be longer. And if you guys do want a part three, maybe drop it in the comments below. Maybe we'll come out with some sort of PowerPoint presentation that shows you guys literally everything. But for people that want to know the first step, like they see this, they don't want to do the owner operator, maybe they don't have the time. Is this better for somebody that maybe has a full-time job?
Absolutely. If you got a full-time job, you don't have a CDL, this is a good business model for that person.
Okay. Now, what would be the steps to actually, put this in motion and make this happen?
One of the things that you have to do is locate a truck. You got to start understanding the different types of trucks, as far as the engines, as far as the transmission types, knowing what you're looking at as far as repairs, understanding your cost of operating that business, because technically you own the fleet, you own the trucks, you're responsible for the trucks and the truck maintenance and repairs, so you need to learn those trucks. Then you can start looking for different companies to sign on with, depending on what they're offering. Every contract is different. Certain contracts offer certain things, some don't. So you just got to find out what's the right system. Then the third thing, of course, is always find a driver that you can work with, that you don't have to micromanage.
Would you say that could be like the biggest downfall to this business?
No, it is. It is. If you don't have a driver, you don't have a business. If you do not have a driver, you do not have a business, because you're entrusting them with a 30 to 60, almost $100,000 worth of equipment to be able to run it while you're not there, while you're doing other things. You're working with family, doing all these other different things. So it's really important that that driver is someone that you trust.
Got you. Now you want to give them some game. I know you guys, you do have some secret things you might give away if someone wants to work with you, but give us some game. How do you actually find a driver? Because I feel like it's just like finding employees or, people when you're outsourcing any sort of business. If you do it, you're going to take some sort of more pride into it. But if you're hiring somebody, how do you find someone who's going to have the same level of care or responsibility for, that $100,000 piece of equipment, like you said?
Just having conversations, just having open and honest conversations with your driver is to make sure that you guys can mesh. I think I found probably the most success with drivers is probably going to be in the Facebook groups. That's probably the most success I've had. In regards to just getting, because you can kind of go through their profile, see what they post, know what they're about, and learn more about them. So that kind of, so that if there's any red flags, you can immediately address it and cut that communication off.
That's actually, I like that because, big corporations do that. I remember my sister who, works for a corporation, she said that they did an intensive research through, her LinkedIn, through her Twitter, through her Instagram, and they want to know everything.
Absolutely.
And just one bad post could jeopardize your future with that company or that corporation. So, going through Facebook groups, that's cool. So you said the first thing is to kind of learn more about the truck and, learn what it takes to actually do this business. You said the second thing was what?
The second thing is more or less looking at the companies. Looking at the companies, finding out what different companies are offering, and just
as far as routes.
Routes, pay. Are they offering benefits? Are they offering? Are you home on the weekends? What's the longest time they're keeping your trucks out? Different things. Finding the best perks that work for what you're trying to accomplish.
Okay. And then you have the connections if someone wants to do this to be able to put them in contact with, from buying the truck to getting the routes.
Absolutely.
To everything.
Absolutely. If like with the mentorship that I offer, I have a do it for you program, then I have an instructional program.
Okay.
So where I can actually connect you directly with companies I work for, that I've worked with, that I can vouch for these people. And get you going there, or point you in the direction you need to go.
Okay, and then as far as the startup, not talking about your program, but just talking about, someone who wants to do this, how much liquid cash? This seems like to be something where, the owner operator, sometimes people who just want to bootstrap it themselves. This usually seems like someone who's either an experienced, savvy entrepreneur or someone who maybe has been a corporate worker for the past 20 years and might have some cash saved. How much money would you say should be started this side of the business with?
I think this is probably about a minimum $15,000 investment, minimum, because you gotta account for your down payment with the truck. That's the biggest expense. So if it needs tires, that goes up. Tires, if it needs to be serviced, all that goes up.
Perfect. So it seems like there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to bring Gary on here because we did a first video, and maybe if you guys like this video, then maybe we could do a part 3.
Absolutely.
Or you could connect with him because I think this is a lucrative side to the game. I got a box truck, but I don't think it's as lucrative if you got somebody who could be pounding out 600-700 miles a day.
Absolutely.
And really building that passive income. So what I'll do is I'll leave his email right here, and if you guys want to learn about how to do this side of the business where you get the truck, you get the route, and you could kind of be hands off as long as you're, you got to be a good leader because you don't want the person quitting on you.
Absolutely.
Or crashing your truck because you treated them like crap. But if you guys want more information, I'll put his email here. Again, thank you to Gary for joining me on the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
That'll work. See you soon.